What's up, guys? Campbell HD here, and today I'm going to be talking to you and giving you my opinion on the Di Maria to PSG deal from Manchester United. Now, I am a Man United fan, so I'm quite passionate about this. And I will also make you aware that I am a Man United fan that didn't initially want Di Maria. I don't want to be this, you just don't want him because he left and now he's gone. No, that is not the case. He had a really inconsistent World Cup, and I think it was the Switzerland game when Argentina played Switzerland, something like that. He gave the ball away roughly, something like 45 times in the match. He gave the ball away back to the opposition. And as soon as I saw the fee for £60 million, or £59.8 million, or whatever the actual fee is, I thought that in the Premier League, it is so fast-paced, so in your face, and so you're constantly, the players are constantly under pressure, and I just thought that is the exact sort of scenario where I can see Di Maria giving the ball away. And he did actually come on off the bench a couple of times throughout the season. He did start the season very well and looked to be taking the Premier League by storm, and it seemed like it suited his pace and things like that. But later on in the season, over time, he kind of dropped this form, and he was being brought off the bench. And I remember it was at home, I can't remember exactly who it was against, and he was putting crosses in, and it literally, the ball was hardly coming off the ground. He was giving the ball away, and I was just looking back and thinking, this is before all the rumours about him leaving were coming out, and I was sitting there thinking, this is exactly the Di Maria that was in that Argentina game in the World Cup that I didn't want to buy. And this inconsistency was really frustrating, and I feel like Man United literally paid the £60 million fee because of one season at Real Madrid. Now, obviously, look at the likes of Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale was an absolutely superb player. He was great in the Premier League for Tottenham. He was banging goals. He's gone over there, and it hasn't looked like he's done too well. Quite similar to the Di Maria deal in a way, I guess, but like Bale is more powerful, and he's got other aspects to his game that Di Maria doesn't have. But I just think that Di Maria, it was never going to click, and that's my personal opinion. If my friends were willing for me to give their names out, you could go and ask them, and they will also tell you that I was quite frustrated with the deal for Di Maria. Especially, it's embarrassing when your club spends that much money. I've seen the rumours of the Gareth Bale, and I know it's the Sun, so you should probably not believe it, but you see the rumours of the Gareth Bale for £100 million, and Man United are looking to break the record bid for £100 million. I think that's rubbish anyway, but it's embarrassing as a football fan to say your club is willing to throw that much money at someone. It's just, it really is embarrassing. I know like Real Madrid are doing it, but you expect them to do it. That's the way they do their business. They'll then make that money back in shirt sales. I think Gareth Bale's shirt sales and the fees that they made and the money that they made back like the fee that they paid for him in something like 2 or 3 weeks just through shirt sales for Gareth Bale. Same with Ronaldo. So that's the way they do business. I know Man United can go and approach it that way, but we've got a history where we bring youth through, where we give young players an opportunity, and there's like a record up until something like 2008 when John O'Shea was dropped to the bench for a game against someone, that we'd had a youth player or someone from the youth team in every single team for years and years and years and years and years, something like 80 years or something like that. So it's good to be seen. I know they're not the greatest of levels, but it's good to be seen like McNair getting a chance, Pereira coming through. Hopefully Januzaj can continue to improve. Players like this. And then I like to see them. Like Pereira's absolutely, I know it's only pre-season, but taken pre-season by storm. Him and Darmian at right back have looked our best players. That's the way I like to look at it. And then when you see it in another aspect, if they throw £60 million at a player that was very inconsistent on the world stage, I struggle to deal with that anyway. So that's the reason why I didn't want Di Maria. Going into the actual move to PSG, he's a bottle job in my opinion. I know he had personal issues, his house was broken into, but one season, me as a player, I would hate to be that guy that's supposed to be, that was worth all this money, that is supposed to be this world-class player, one of the top 20 players in the world right now, and leave Man United after one season. Ashley Young come in and he was doing better than him. Ashley Young did actually, to be fair, have one of the seasons of his life, I'm not going to lie. But he's a bottle job. He really is a bottle job. He's bottled it. And if he's wants to leave. Well, he did want to leave, and if he's not turning up on the pre-season tour, he's not getting on the flight. At least Rojo has the decency, or Marcos Rojo has the decency to contact the club and say, look, I'm having problems with my passport. We still don't know if that was the case with Di Maria. They're both from the same country, so you would kind of expect them to have the same sort of issues. But Marcos Rojo had these issues with his passport, contacted the club, said, look, these are the issues, blah, 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 blah. I won't be with the club at the arranged time. And then they arrange a new time. Nothing from Di Maria. Louis van Gaal come out and said, oh, we haven't heard anything at all from Angel. We don't know where he is. We literally don't know where he is. Next minute he's in Dubai or Qatar or wherever he was. I can't remember what the report said. Then there was this stuff, is he going, is he not? And I mean, the fee is £45 million, including bonuses. I think it's about £41 million, and then £4 or £5 million added on, or whatever it is. But it's about £45 million in total. So they're making a loss of about £15 million. Probably what Man United made in shirt sales off it should kind of cancel that out. But then people forget about his wages. I understand that he was fined quite a hefty amount. He was fined quite a hefty amount by Man United for not turning up on the pre-season tour, which is good to hear. So, and then there's this stuff about how like some of the players at PSG are saying that he's taken this step up to PSG. As a Man United fan, I'm trying not to be biased here, but Man United are. I don't want to have like red tinted glasses on, but Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, they're the biggest clubs in the world at the minute via history. Not obviously by the last 2 years of current form, but over the last 10, 20 years. They have been the biggest clubs in the world. You can't deny that. There are obviously like Chelsea are now hitting that level. Arsenal could be there as well, or getting there. Man City aren't too far away, which kills me to say, but it's true. Juventus, you have to probably throw them in there as well. So, but the fact that the PSG, they're not there. It's as simple as that. I know PSG seem to do well in the Champions League for a lot of seasons, but they get knocked out by the bigger teams in the world. And historically, they don't really have anything. The biggest team in France, technically via history, is Saint-Etienne. They've got the record for most trophy wins and all that stuff. So it's crazy. I just think he's really bottled it. I think he's not enjoyed it, not hit form. He's gone, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. He's thrown his toys out the pram, said, no, I'm not going to America. I'm not doing the pre-season tour. I'm going to force a move. And you just have at least look at David De Gea, for example. We're paying him a wage. He quite clearly wants to go to Real Madrid, but he's there. He's on the plane. He's been professional. He's playing for the team. He played against Barcelona. Although he hasn't had the best of pre-season tours, you can maybe see that he probably does have his move to Real Madrid maybe on his mind. Then again, we don't really know if he's going to 100% go to Real Madrid. He might just be playing poorly, but that's a different story. I'll comment on that in another video. It's just the professionalism of David De Gea in that instance is second to none. He's doing exactly what he said. He's training hard. He's possibly thinking about if he does move, he wants to be ready. Fair play to him. All the best. Like, it's his hometown. It's where he's from. And he's not being excuse my French, not being a bitch about it. He's not being a baby. He's just getting on with his football, which is good to see. But Di Maria, on the other hand, it's just... I don't know if it's an Argentinian thing, because there's a lot of Argentinians that seem to have an attitude problem. I look at Carlos Tevez. You forget Marcos Rojo forced the move away from Sporting when he comes to United. So, I mean, is this an attitude problem? It seems like Man City have the only Argentinians that are okay. Zabaleta, Di Michaelis and Aguero. They seem really happy. They don't seem to be moaning about nothing. But, I'm just really frustrated about this deal, because... I'm kind of happy he's leaving anyway, because he was too inconsistent. We were paying him way too much money. The fee was too high, and Memphis Depay's come in. Andreas Pereira is doing really well in his position, and Ashley Young, you can't deny. I know he's not. You want to be aiming higher than that, but Ashley Young, he had a great season. There's a reason not just for Di Maria's bad form, but Ashley Young's good form as well. So there's other people that can play in that position. But it looks like Pedro could be the long-term replacement for him, which could be a good deal. It could be the answer to Man United's right-hand side for once. Everyone's saying about, I get this, you have to replace him. I do like Mata out there. He's great at cutting in and stuff, but I'm a big Ander Herrera fan. But I'm going off on a tangent here. I don't want to go into the Man United team right now. But yeah, I personally believe that Di Maria's been an absolute bottle job. and good riddance to him, to be honest with you. It's wound me up, that one, so I had to get this out in a video. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think it's a massive loss for Man United? Do you think it's a good thing that he's gone? How do you think Di Maria's gone? Like the way he's handled it? Do you think he's done it right? Has he forced his way out of the club? I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors that we don't really know. But it wasn't looking good, was it? But anyway, I won 30 quid on it, so I put money on it when it was 3-1. I put tenner on it, was 3-1, so 40 quid, but I get my tenner back. So yeah, good riddance to him.